Every year, millions of people make New Year's resolutions. Lose weight. 1. Lose weight. Stop smoking. Exercise more. Be calmer. 1. Me. Be happier. And every year, most of these resolutions quietly fade away. Not because people are weak. Not because they lack discipline, but because they are trying to change behavior without changing what drives it. Willpower alone is rarely enough. Real change happens much deeper. The real problem with New Year's resolutions. Most resolutions focus on what we want to change, not why we behave the way we do. We say, I should eat better. I need more self-control. This time I'll force myself to stick to it. But behavior is not the root problem. Behavior is the result. Underneath every habit, addiction, procrastination pattern, or emotional reaction, there is an emotional program stored in the nervous system and the subconscious mind. If that program stays the same, the behavior will eventually return, no matter how strong our motivation is in the beginning. Why motivation fades so quickly? At the start, motivation is high. Hope feels fresh. The future looks clean and open. But unresolved emotions do not disappear just because the calendar changes. Stress, fear, self-doubt, emotional comfort patterns, old memories. They quietly pull us back to familiar ground. The mind always chooses what feels safe, even if it is uncomfortable. This is why people often say, I don't understand why I keep sabotaging myself. In reality, the mind is not sabotaging. It is protecting old emotional programs. Faster-EFT, working where change actually happens. Faster-EFT approaches change from a different direction. Instead of fighting behavior, it works with emotional memories, subconscious learning, nervous system responses, and internal representations of past experiences. The core idea is simple. When the emotional charge behind a behavior changes, the behavior no longer needs to exist. You don't force yourself to change. You no longer need the old pattern. From goals to emotional alignment. Many resolutions fail because they are based on pressure. I must become better. I should be different. I am not enough as I am. Faster-EFT shifts the focus from pressure to alignment. Instead of asking, how do I force myself to change? You begin to ask, what emotional pattern keeps this behavior alive? What does my body and mind associate with this habit? What happens when that association is neutralized? When the emotional attachment dissolves, change becomes natural. A different way to start something new. Real change does not come from punishment or discipline. It comes from understanding. Faster-EFT allows you to release emotional resistance, reduce internal conflict, change how past experiences are stored, and create safety inside the nervous system. From that place, new habits no longer feel like a battle. They feel like a logical next step. A new beginning without force. War. You do not need another strict plan. You do not need more pressure. You do not need to prove anything to yourself. You need a method that works with how the mind actually learns and changes. If you want to explore tools that help you work with emotions, habits, and subconscious patterns on a deeper level, you can visit my store, where you will find ebooks focused on Faster-EFT, emotional processing, and lasting inner change. Real transformation does not start with the calendar. It starts when the inner system finally feels safe enough to change.